Hey guys, welcome back to J&J MMA. Real quick, guys, want to cover the main card of UFC 311. I'm a little behind posting this, but we're still going to get right to it. Overall, guys, for the first card of the year, it was an okay card. The main card itself was pretty good. Prelims were kind of slow until towards the end it started to pick up. I'm going to put timestamps down in the description below if you want to jump straight to the main card, but real fast, I'm going to get into some prelim shout-outs. First shout-out of the night, guys, goes to Bogdan Gustav. He got a second-round submission over Billy Elkana. Billy was all over him round one, guys. Like, I genuinely was scared that he was going to pull up the upset. But by the end of round one, with the last, 30 seconds left, Bogdan was on top of him, beating the shit out of him. Round two basically ended up the same. Like, Billy essentially just kind of gave up, dude. He got on one knee and kind of just accepted it. Like, it almost looked like he was waiting for Gustav to just get the finish on him, and that he ended up doing. So, shout out to him for getting that finish. Next shout of the night, guys, goes to Ozma Bekoev. I believe is how you say his name. He knocked Zachary Reese out. Now, he was on top of him, ended up getting the TKO. Like, he was, on top of him, hitting him with some elbows, I believe, is what ended up taking him out. The thing that got me, bro, I didn't see it until people on social media pointed out. But, bro, the ref, put his hand on Zachary Reese's throat as he went to go stop it and just slammed Reese's head into the mat. I don't know, dude. That shit looked like it did more damage than the fight itself. I don't know if Zachary and his team's going to say anything about it, but for real, it looked like he grabbed him by the throat and just kind of slammed his head. It was like a mini choke slam. And that, I don't know, dude. I didn't see that specific ref for the rest of the night after that either. So, I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it. But shout out to Ozmat for getting the TKO, and shout out to the ref for finishing him off. You know what I'm saying? Next shout of the night, guys, goes to Raoni Barcelos. I believe that's how you say his name, or Barcelos. He got the decision over Peyton Talbot. Now, guys, I was pretty high on Peyton Talbot. I haven't seen any of his stuff outside of the cage as much. I've seen some jokes and stuff and some memes going around on Twitter and stuff like that. But with his actual in-ring fighting ability, I was a big fan of him. And everyone thought he was going to pull out the upset. Or not the upset. Everyone thought this was going to be an easy win for him. I definitely thought it was going to be as well. But he got exposed. He has no ground game. And don't get me wrong, I mean, he's super early in his career. I know, too, a lot of people have pointed out he has a lot of extracurricular activities, so maybe fighting isn't even his main thing he's focused on. So I don't know where he's going to go from here, but I really do want to give a shout-out to Barcelos for pulling out the upset. I think he said that's what drove him and motivated him was the betting lines, and literally the whole fight. Peyton was getting some good stuff on the feet when they were on the feet, but Barcelos would just get him on the ground, and basically Peyton had no fucking answer. So that's pretty much how it was. A lot of people were upset, ruined a lot of people's parlays, but shout out to Barcelos for that. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the main card. The first fight, it was Kevin Holland versus Reiner de Ritter. Now, Kev. Guys, I'm a Texas native myself. I was very big on Kev. He's a Texas boy, especially that 2020 run he had, dude. It was so long ago now. It feels like, and in reality. And it's just fucked up to think about that. Just I don't know, man. It feels like his last few fights specifically, he goes in with that I don't give a fuck attitude. And I don't know if it's a cope for when he does lose. I don't know. Because it seems like in the fights that he's more confident about winning, he doesn't come in with that attitude. I don't feel like he came in with that attitude against Chiesa. But I could be wrong. I don't know. But Reiner ended up getting the fucking submission in the first 2.5 minutes. He literally got Kev on the ground. And Kev was fighting back. He was doing some good jiu-jitsu, trying to pull out some submissions and things. But eventually, De Ritter just got him in the perfect position. Got him in. It was a choke, I believe. Tapped Kev out. And that shit just made me sad, man. Because, I don't know. I was just expecting more from Kevin. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting more. I wasn't expecting him to get taken out in the first fucking round like that. But, shout out to De Ritter. It just fucks me up when Gerald Meerschaert puts up a bigger and better fight. That's really fucking me up. But, don't underestimate GM3. But, yeah, shout out to De Ritter for that. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Kev, bro. All right, guys, moving on to the next fight. It was Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. Now, guys, Jailton did win by TKO. Everybody thought that was going to happen. That's not even a question. But Sergey did take Jailton down first and did, for a good 2 to 3 minutes, give Jailton a run for his money. And I feel like a lot of people didn't even think Sergey was going to land 2 or 3 significant strikes, and he at least did something. But yeah, no, Jailton pulled out the win. He was the clear favorite. He's running through these chubby heavyweights pretty fucking fast, pretty regularly actually. So we'll see what ends up happening with him. So shout out. Okay, guys, next fight, it was Jiri Prochazka versus Jamahal Hill. Now, I've been a Jamahal hater now for a while. And I can't even, but I cannot take away shit from him. Him and Jiri had a hell of a fight. Like, they both went back and forth. Jamahal stunned Jiri a couple times. Fucking Jiri stunned Jamahal a few times. There was no chance these guys are going to the ground. They were just standing up and fucking swinging. But Jamahal's face was pretty fucked up by the end. Jiri ended up just stunning him, dazing him, getting a beautiful, beautiful TKO on him. I was fucking screaming at the fucking TV when it happened. And I was just really happy for Jiri, especially too because Jiri shaved his head for a fan who has cancer. He also brought her to the event, so she was out in the crowd. And I'm telling you, bro, like unlike Money Moicano, which we'll get to, unfortunately, he could not afford to lose. And he fucking, he put a good fight on with Jamahal Hill. They went 3 rounds until the TKO. Honestly, if you guys didn't watch that fight, I suggest it. It was honestly one of the fight of the nights, in my opinion, when it comes to actual like damage and output. But props to both these guys and prop to Jiri for getting the win. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the co-main event of the evening. It was Marab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I put a little bit of money on fucking Marab. I was feeling the boy. And guess what? The boy fucking won. I will say, though, like, Umar was he definitely took rounds 1 and 2. I think a judge gave Marab round 1, which I thought was a little ludicrous, but hey, man, the boy won, so I can't be mad about it. But no, Umar definitely took rounds 1 and 2. He was kind of getting the better of Marab. Marab was kind of letting him beat on him and shit. Round 3 came on, and just Marab, like, he got that evil little smile he gets, and he just went out there and just performed, dude. I think, people make jokes he's on EPO and shit like that, but dude, the motherfucker has a gas tank, and it's like a fucking diesel engine, and it's just not running through any of his juice. Like, he's just going. He's like a fucking Energizer bunny. Motherfucker just on autopilot, don't stop. But he didn't even put a beat down on Umar, really. Like, don't get me wrong, they both landed over 100 significant strikes over the fight. But Merab shot for 30 takedowns. He only got 7 of them, but he shot for 30, didn't get fucking tired. Umar was starting to show wear and tear by the end of the third. And I think Umar, he shot for like 15, 16 takedowns. He only landed 2 or 3, which is really surprising because, he has the surname that he should be landing fucking takedowns. But Marab really did show him, there's levels to this. There's levels to this, little brother. And put Umar in his fucking place. I'm not gonna lie to you, that shit made me happy. I don't think there's any controversy, any discussion that Marab didn't win this fight. He did wholehandedly. So shout out to Marab. Everyone was doubting him, and he gave fucking Umar his first L. So shout out. All right, guys, we get to the main event of the evening. This shit was depressing. Look, man, I love Renato Moicano, okay? He is money, my friend. He cannot afford to lose, and he lost, so now he's in bankruptcy, my brother. No, not really, but he took this fight on a day notice. Fight ended up going only 4 minutes. And I will say, he got a knockdown on Islam. I don't know if people are saying Islam tripped and shit. I haven't gone back to watch that part in particular. But he did get a little knockdown on Islam. He was doing decent on the feet. That's the thing that surprised me is he was doing very well on the feet against Islam. But the second Islam got him on the ground, dude, like I was holding out hope. I was holding my breath. I was like, oh. And then Islam got the submission on him. Shit was really sad. I mean, I'm not going to take shit away from Islam. Islam is like the pound for pound GOAT. Like, I don't think anyone in the division right now is beating him. But I felt really bad for Renato because, like he said, this is probably his only opportunity he's ever going to get the belt. And it just, as soon as he got it, it ended just as fast. And that shit's really sad. And I felt for him. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Islam, amazing fighter. I can't take anything away from him. He deserved that win. That shit was so quick. But the flashes, the glimpses I saw of Money on the feet, holding his own, it made me so happy. And then it just ended. it just fucking ended, bro. And usually I try to be less biased on these videos, try to just call it down the middle. But nah, bro, these last 2 fights in particular, I was feeling some type of way about Marab and Money Moicano. And Money lost, bro. I didn't think he was winning, okay? I didn't think he was fucking winning. I just thought it was going to go a little longer, but shout out to Islam. He cemented his place. I don't think Arman should get a fucking title shot, like, immediately now. I think he should have to fight someone else. I don't know. And I really don't know who's next for 155 because Islam has basically just ran through this fucking division. But definitely was a good way to start off the year with these pay-per-views. Hopefully we'll get to see these guys fight again during this year. Sometimes, especially like Islam, bro, he'd be having some breaks in between. So hopefully a new fight comes pretty quick. But let me know what you guys thought of the pay-per-view overall. Again, I'm sorry for being late on this. We're going to try to do better about scheduling. But I'll catch y'all on the next video. Y'all have a good day.